I don't like it when people...
You know what? Hold on. Hold that thought. Welcome to the Head Coworker Podcast. Some of your favorite not safe for work coworkers. I am RJ, the friendly neighborhood Dom, and this is...
Alicia.
AKA...
Big Rocks.
Not the little one.
Never the little one.
And we are your favorite not safe for work coworkers, home of you, the best coworkers in the world. And you could have chosen to be anywhere in the world, but you decided to be right here.
Amen.
Liking, sharing, subscribing. Oh, I almost spilled some on myself. That would not have been cute. Liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments with timestamps, and we greatly appreciate it. How are you doing, friend?
I'm doing great.
You were saying, I had you hold because we were right about to get right before.
You want to reintroduce the topic so they know what we were talking about?
I can't remember.
Me neither.
That's my ADHD was.
That's why I said that. I was hoping you did. What we were literally just talking about. Can't remember. That's so funny. It's not the ADHD. I don't believe that I have ADHD, but I do smoke a lot of weed. So.
Oh no, it's definitely not ADHD.
No, it's the weed for me. Because I'm high right now. That's why I forget. Oh, can I say that?
I don't care.
I mean,
I didn't say I was high. Like you said, you was.
No, I mean monetization.
Oh,
on YouTube.
You can bleep that out.
If I remember, that'd be the thing.
I'll text you.
Okay.
it's around 8 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, how are you doing, friend?
I'm doing great. I've had a very productive week.
Okay.
I've this week alone, today's Thursday, I've probably been on live for like 12 hours total. I've been going live so much. Monday I got a package from Shein, and I usually will record a haul and put it on YouTube, but I was like, I don't really feel like it. I'll just do it on live. And literally like 2 hours before I made a little live event, made a video saying that that's what I was doing. A bunch of people came. I was on live for 2.5 hours that night doing a haul, like showing my clothes. The haul only lasted for like an hour, and then we just chopped it up for another 2 hours. For another hour after that. That was Monday. I don't think I went live on. No, I did go live on Tuesday. I got on live to do some. No, I got on live that morning to clean out my closet. Mm-hmm. So I went and I'm cleaning out my closet, but I was in the back of the apartment, so my Wi-Fi kept acting up, so I ended up having to get off. I probably was on for like an hour before I had to get off. Then later on that day, I got back on live, did my makeup, and then teamwork make the dream work. My followers, we all got together, and they picked my entire outfit from head to toe. Wig, dress, shoes, like people who were in the day before was like, oh, that dress that you just got in the hall last night. Where that we went through about a whole bunch of different wigs, and it's so funny because if you watch it back, you can tell the exact moment I lost interest. My social, because it's live.
Your social battery went out,
and it's like I'm not with people, but I'm on live. I'm being very social right now. My social battery just died. You can tell the exact moment, and I can tell you what it was. I had tried on 2 wigs, and I was like, all right, y'all choose between these 2 wigs. Somebody was like, give us 2 more options. I said, 2 more? God damn.
What are we doing?
And after that, I was just like, all right, so this is the other one. What y'all think? All right, cool. Like, I was so
I'm going to do it, but like, my heart not in it.
And then like the plan, I was just supposed to be getting dressed to make content. I'm trying to be more intentional about my content, doing it more on the schedule, and making more content for my backup pages. But then Vaughn was in the live, and I said, yeah, I'm doing this just to take it right back off when I'm done with the content. And he was like, well, let's go somewhere. So we ended up going out. I don't think I got on live yesterday because yesterday was Tiana's birthday. Went out yesterday, spent time with her, and then today I was on live I got off, and it'll show you like the specs of your live, and that's just that I was on it for 4 hours. I said, there's no fucking way, but I looked at it.
I remember when I was at work, and I looked and I said, there go friend.
I didn't get off till 6. Like I was on there from 2 to 6.
I didn't have time to
come in.
No, work was hellish today. Mm-hmm. Everybody decided that they wanted to decompensate today, and it was just I was being me, which meant I had to go talk to people and calm people down and de-escalate, and so I am decidedly tired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be like that.
But I'm happy. I found a new smut universe where there's magical people, and all of it seems to be fun. So I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah.
Like, I'm also continuing to realize that I'm old because I hurt myself again in the gym. Like, I didn't hurt myself in the gym. Okay, so this is what it is. I have really, really bad hips as far as like their mobility and flexibility. You saying this, like, I've very much realized this as I have observed you. So I am I am taking steps.
That is not what that face was. That face was, yeah, it's getting old, but I have not noticed that you have bad hips. Oh. You don't walk like you have bad hips.
Oh, that was awkward. I was like, for a second, I was like, oh wow, it's worse than I thought it was. This is so awkward to find out on camera.
Why am I the last to know?
Like, shit, she ain't said shit. How am I going this long? Do I have a weird walk?
No,
like,
you don't walk like your hips are bad. That was just me agreeing with, yeah, but you're getting old.
Oh, yeah.
I have bad hips is a very old thing to say.
So what it is my hips have never been flexible. Like, I can't sit crisscross applesauce.
Yeah. I know a few men like that.
So I have, and it's just, I've never been able to.
Yeah, because it's not like a weight thing.
No.
They just don't.
I'm not. Like that. I can't sit like that.
Knees be way up here.
My shit don't do that, bro. Like, I don't, and it's never done that.
Yeah.
Like, not even as a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, yeah, sit cut. I was like, yo, no, we're gonna. So when I got to England, they'd be like, oh, we're gonna go to an assembly. We're gonna sit on the floor, on the gym floor. Why do we gotta sit on the floor? This is why when I got to secondary school, I was like, at least I gotta sit on the floor. Oh no, I did have to sit on the floor because they put us in the. Getting off topic. What were we talking about?
You were talking about your hip mobility.
I've never been able to sit crisscross applesauce, and that's how I got there. Thank you. Yeah, I've never been able to sit crisscross applesauce. My hips are just really, really bad, and so I've been taking steps to like open up my hips. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing a lot more stretching, which I probably should have been doing anyway, doing a lot more mobility, doing a lot more of like that stuff to try to like open up my hips. But I've also been lifting heavy. So the combination of lifting heavy and doing like my full leg day
was a bit much.
My hip is like, and it's not even like this part or like this part in front. It's like the side part, and like I can feel it when I do certain motions. I'm like, oh, I know exactly where it is. I just need to like chill. Yeah. And it's not even hurt for real. It's just like,
you can tell.
Yeah, it's just one of those like, you know, when like you move and something's tender and it reminds you that it's there. It's that feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Calm down. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I need to rest. I don't need to be doing any like ridiculous, like if I'm gonna do cardio, it needs to be walking. I can still lift. Hopefully it should be fine by Sunday because I have game. Rest, ice. Yeah. Warm. It'll be fine.
You know, I've been in my gym journey, doing well, consistent.
Love that.
I'm losing my motivation though. You know what I think it is, honestly? I'm never in pain. I don't like, I have become so intentional about the gym, and I have it saved now, but you know, I break down my every day's leg day, but I break it down into the different muscle groups. I already have my Monday, Wednesday, and Friday exercises already on my phone. I know exactly what I'm gonna do when I'm in there because I am one of them girls who will just start walking around looking at shit if I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm not playing with the weights. I'm pushing myself as much as I can, and I'm exhausted. My legs are weak. My gym is higher up, so I got to go down steps when I leave. Can barely make it down the steps. Legs weak. No pain ever comes. Now I'm thinking it probably has a lot to do with the fact that I take creatine, because that will help with the recovery.
It's definitely the fact that you take creatine, because creatine hydrates your muscles, and what is happening is, so there's not nearly as much lactic acid buildup. You're feeling it at the time, but you're recovering.
And I know the stretching helps release that acid as well.
It does. I probably should be taking creatine because it would help with my DOMS. Like, I have really, really bad DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. As I was saying it, I realized you looked at me like,
I'm not in that like that. Like, I'm not in the gym like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah. I have really bad delayed onset muscle soreness. Like, it's it's usually
is that like when you don't get sore till a couple of days later?
Yeah,
that's how I usually am. Like if I go to the gym on Monday, I'm sore on Wednesday. Tuesday is usually fine. Wednesday is when I'm really sore. But I have not had that at all.
It's so,
and I need it. Otherwise, I feel like I'm not doing anything. I can look and see that I'm not playing in the gym. I can see the effects of me going to the gym.
Are you using when you go? Are you using like you're getting to a certain rep?
It depends on what I'm doing. Like leg press, I always start off with. I know I shouldn't superset, but I always start with a superset with the leg press and squats, whether it be sumo squats or full range squats, short. I do different type of squats and I do different foot placement on the leg press, but I always start my exercises off like that. And with those, it is a set, but I'm always increasing the weight. I'm doing 3 sets, and then now I was starting at 160, 180, 200. Now I'm doing 180, 200, 210.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing now.
210 is
Yeah, 210 is the highest that I did 215 one time, but that was just like me trying to see how much I could do. But I'm doing 210 on my last set regularly, and then the goal is 10. Sometimes like it's between 8 and 10.
Okay. Can I make a suggestion?
Yes, of course.
All right. Your top set is what? Your last set is 210?
210.
All right. This is what you're going to do. From now on, what you're going to do is all the other sets that you're doing, you're going to do all of those. Those are going to be your warm-up sets. You're going to do 3 reps of each of those as you would normally do. And then when you get to 200, do 4 sets, and you have to do between 8 and 10 reps, or 8 and, let's say...
Wait, what?
Between 8 and 12 reps.
At 210?
No, at 200.
Okay.
Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna feel like, oh yeah. And if you can get to, and if you can do all 4 sets, or you get to 12 reps, to me it tells me you need to go up in weight, because you're getting to the point where like you're plateauing in the thing that you're doing.
Wait, are you saying when I go in the gym now on the leg press,
yes,
I do 12 reps at 180. Then I take a break.
No. So what you're gonna do is, what do you normally start off with?
180.
Okay.
Well, now it was 160. Now it's 180.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is start off at just like 100 pounds, and you're gonna warm up, and you're gonna add 20 pounds each time, and you're gonna do sets of like 5, just to like get yourself warm. You're gonna do them slow. You're gonna do the controlled. You're gonna do the same foot placement every time. As you go up in weight, you're gonna do the same thing, same foot placement until you get to 200. Once you get to 200, you're trying to get between that rep range of 8 and 12. And because what it tells me is, so the way that I do it is this: if I can hit I squat, right? If I can, what I was doing 380 was my top set. I was like, if I can squat this 385 all 10 times in all 3 of these sets, then I need to go up in weight. I could not do that, which told me, and my legs are significantly sore today. Like it's a different kind of push.
But that's so many sets.
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate the advice. The whole reason I superset is because I don't like being in. I want to get this shit over with. Like, I be moving.
Okay, how many different foot placements are you doing when you're doing?
No, I do one. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I go to the gym and I start with the leg press.
Okay.
Mondays, I do standard shoulder width apart. Tuesdays,
Wednesdays
I do on different days.
Yeah. Okay, I thought you meant like you were doing that in the same workout. I was like, well, that's why right there, because you work in different things.
No, no. It's Mondays is full glute. Wednesdays is top glute. Thursdays is sides.
Okay.
So I do the leg placements according to that. But I do all my sets. So I'll do a set at 180, then the next set at 200, then 210. And I usually can do the same amount each time. I be giving myself the grace, like by the time I get to 210, I'm like, okay, if you can only get 6, that's fine, because you had 210 and this is not your 200 is my like where I'm most comfortable. And I'm getting there to 210, but I'm like, okay, but I'm usually able to get at least to 8, and sometimes I can get up to 10.
I feel you.
Yeah, but doing that, like, I be working hard and I don't be in no pain.
Mind you, I be working very hard and I am constantly in pain. So I think we could trade. You like?
I need it. I need it in order to feel like I know that it doesn't work
in
like
all
that.
honesty, I understand exactly what you mean, because if I didn't have that like reminder that I worked hard,
then I don't feel like I worked hard. That was my thing about Pilates. That's the reason I love Pilates. But Pilates, it was like, I would go to Pilates, work up such a sweat, be in there like, oh my gosh, this was so good. By the time I pull out of the parking lot, I feel like I did nothing. Besides the fact that I can't breathe, because, my cardio is, my breathing is not that great.
You might have to start doing cardio, friend.
That's directly
against what you want to be doing.
And I'll just be out of breath until I get to a happier place, until I get to a more comfortable place. I'll just be out of breath. It's fine. But yeah, by the time I would leave the parking lot, I felt like I didn't do anything. Somebody recently asked me, like, am I still doing Pilates? And I said, no, I think I'm going to come back when it's time to maintain. Right now I'm trying to gain, and I don't feel like that's what I'm doing here. It's not enough resistance. It's not enough. But once I'm at a place where I'm happy with my weight and I'm trying to just maintain it, I absolutely go back to Pilates.
What's great, so I know I just need to be doing more cardio in real life. If I was doing the right amount of cardio, like a consistent amount of cardio, like, if all honesty, if I decided, hey, you're just from now on gonna get up at 5 a.m., you're gonna go to the gym and you're gonna do cardio for 45 minutes every day, regardless of whether or not you're lifting, and then your lifting is going to become your extra, it's going to become your dessert, I would be in fantastic shape. But do I want to get up at 5 a.m. every day and go do cardio? I don't.
You don't? What if you just run? Like
around the well, no, because then I really will have bad hips. Because running on concrete, I did that for many years, and I have bad knees now from that and from basketball. So like, nah, I'm all good. If I'm running, it's gonna be on hardwood. It's gonna be on grass. Yeah. I'm not. I'm trying to save myself, friend. I don't want to reveal how old I'm becoming. Yeah.
Yeah. No, trust me. I get it.
I'm gonna go get an AARP membership.
The years and years of doing my own hair have sent my elbows to shit.
I remember you saying that, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That's
my
right.
elbows are like, do you remember that that challenge on TikTok where it was like the good knees chant, good knees, 2 hands up, keep them up, and all the girls were. I was like, no, I can absolutely do that, but keeping my arms up for that long, 2 hands up, keep them up.
Why?
I don't know. Y'all think that that's helping balance? I don't know, because maybe it's like a balance thing. I don't need to do that. I can't do that. My arms are gonna give out way before my knees.
But like, can I just put them out in front of me?
Right? Can I just
T-Rex?
Hug myself while I'm gyrating and doing it.
The things we put women through. It's just
the 2 hands up. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to do that. But I went out with my friend yesterday for her birthday. We went to this restaurant called Fleming's. It's a steakhouse. Have you ever been?
No, but I have heard of it.
It was really good. It was so good that I ate all my food, and I don't usually do that. I had I did have a petite filet mignon. I didn't know that I like filet mignon.
Little one wants to do filet mignon. She thinks it's going to be her, and I think she might like it too. It's very lean.
It's very yes.
Sorry, so, I keep forgetting that this is sparkling. Yeah.
We like to go to Texas Roadhouse, and they have an option on the menu called the Dallas Filet. Now, the Dallas Filet is about the same cost, if not a little bit cheaper than some other steaks. So I had no idea that it was filet mignon. It's just smaller, so of course it's a little bit cheaper, but it is a more expensive piece of meat. I had no idea until Vaughn was like, he said something about filet mignon. I was like, I'm not like, just calm down. I'm not that highfalutin. I don't need filet mignon. I just need a steak. And he's like, you get filet mignon every time we come there.
You didn't even know what it was? I had no idea.
Thought it was just a regular piece of meat. It's so good.
So me personally, I'm a ribeye person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a ribeye. Ribeye's it's got everything I need.
Yeah.
And filet mignon is probably what I'm gonna have to go to when my doctor tells me I have to stop eating steak.
It's so like it's so good. It's so good. I love it. But I don't like a lot of fat.
Do you like lamb?
I like lamb.
So lamb is my favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like a jerk lamb. I like a lamb. I like a lamb.
Yeah. I made some smothered steak yesterday. And I found the recipe. It came across my TikTok. And I was like, this is actually perfect because Vaughn's favorite food is steak.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite food is rice and gravy. A smothered steak sounds like our go-to meal.
Yeah.
And it's not, and it wasn't like a ribeye steak. It was like chuck steak. But he said it was really good. I didn't have any of it because I feel like I put too much vegetables in it.
Okay.
So like the onion, it was chopped onions, bell peppers, and celery, but it was just too much. Like I'm picking it up, I can see it. It's too much.
Okay.
And so I didn't even taste it. I didn't even try it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he said it was good. He really enjoyed it. He had 2 bowls.
So I made steak bites for meal prep.
Garlic butter?
So I don't do mine like that.
Okay.
So with mine, I do them like I'm cooking actual. So I just cooked a bunch of ribeyes and then cut them up into like steak bites. So I did. So usually I season them.
You cook them first.
What?
You cook them first and then cut them up.
Yes. So I season them usually with just like garlic, some mustard seed, and thyme, and then some salt, and that is it. That is all. And then like maybe some wine if I decide to do some wine if I want to cook them in that. But other than that, that's it. It was fantastic.
I make garlic butter steak bites in the crock pot, Instant Pot.
Oh,
quick and easy. Ooh, I love kitchen gadgets. We got an Instant Pot.
I gotta get more
air fryer.
Gadgets. That's how I know. That's the other way that you know you be getting old is because you be so excited about like household appliances.
I've been there. I love gadgets, especially kitchen gadgets. But I love gadgets. Like that's how the Bartesian came about. I got Instant Pot, crock pot, air fryer.
You got all them things.
And I use them all.
I see
the thing like, especially when. Like, okay, we have this era of there are so many people online making food from scratch. I feel like there is absolutely a market for somebody like me. I'm not saying that I will or won't. Who knows? But there's a market for somebody to come in and be like, that's all cute. And I love that for the people who have time for that. But for those of us who do not.
Here's what we got.
It's not from scratch. One thing you will never see me online doing is chopping up no onions. I bet I won't. You will never catch me chopping up no onions. I am buying the ones that are already cut at HEB. And people are like, that's more expensive. I'm not broke. And I don't care. I am always going to pay for convenience. I'm paying for convenience. I'm not chopping up no onions and bell peppers. When HEB do it every single day and box it up for me in little single serving sizes, I'm not chopping that shit up if I don't have to. And I don't have to, so... Oh yes. The one in my room. Vaughn is doing me a face. Everybody knows at this point. Yeah, it's no longer a secret. Like, he's doing me a favor. He has to pick something up and bring it to me. Yeah. You told him the one in my room because there's 2 blue bags. Okay. He was at school. He left school to go home to get my bag and bring it to me so that I can take it to this girl when I leave here.
You got you one.
Yeah.
You got you a good one.
Yeah. We have to talk regularly about that is not necessary. Now this time I wanted to tell him no, that's crazy. I don't need you to do that, but I do actually need
what he's bringing, what he's gonna do for you.
Yes, especially because I've already set up the time with this girl to go and meet her afterwards. I don't want to have to keep rescheduling.
the thing is, this is a time where it was necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't want him to do this in a bunch of times where it's not actually really necessary. And then when it comes time for a time where it is, now he like, I actually really don't want to.
Yeah. But the thing is, when it's not necessary, I don't let him. I tell him no. That
Which you absolutely should.
Yeah. Because
because that's how you protect your man from himself.
Yeah, I have to constantly let him know. We're constantly having a conversation that you matter in this relationship just as much as me. I do not expect for you to come running every single time I am slightly inconvenienced. That does not make sense.
Because it sounds like cute and fun for like to be able to say that you do that. But in all actuality, if every inconvenience is a thing that you have to like, that you can't internalize not one inconvenience, yeah.
Or you can't, like, I want you to be able to say, like,
yeah,
or not even say I'm not doing that, just don't offer. Because it's okay for me to be inconvenienced. It's okay for me to do things that I don't feel like doing sometimes. It's okay for me to have to rearrange some stuff because something happened. Like, is okay.
That's life.
Yeah, it happens. Mm-hmm. And I don't need
him to be the
fix
person
it every single time.
Life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't allow you to, when you're in that type of position, it doesn't allow you to be a person in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of the things I've had to tell myself is, in order to be in this relationship, for real, I have to give up trying to be a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't be Superman because, like,
because you're literally
I have real needs that if they really don't get met, like, I'm gonna have a real issue. So I had to learn, oh no, like, you can't die at her or martyr yourself because that's not gonna work.
And I am a selfish person, but I'm not that type of selfish person. I want to see you prioritize yourself. I want to see you because I cannot think of any one single time where there was a choice between what he wanted and what I wanted, and he didn't immediately say it's whatever I want. Every single, if it's as small as what we want to eat. If he say he's in the mood for one thing and I say I'm in the mood for something else, we're going to do what I want. He always puts me first. And that sounds good in theory when you see, like, you know, the girls be asking what's the prayer and they might want to put that in their prayer. I want a man who's going to put me first. I don't want a man who's going to put me first all the time. I don't need to come first all the time. Sometimes you need to put yourself first.
But, like, humans that have that mindset are why you deserve humans that have his mindset.
And also, I realized that that's not a great example because of my struggle with food.
I wasn't gonna bring it up. I was gonna let you rock.
It took me saying it out loud to realize that's not. But that type of thing is what I'm talking about.
I understood exactly what you were saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, we be getting low key intimate on these podcasts. We talk about all this. Jesus.
And you know what's so crazy? Like, when I'm on live, especially this past week, so many people come into the live and say, hey, I was just listening to your podcast. And it's people who I've never seen before, people who aren't like my regulars.
Yes.
I still be feeling like we have 82 people who watch us. It's the same close-knit few people who comment, watch. I still feel like that. And I look and it's like, no, there's much more people who watch regularly.
Yeah, now. And it continues to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And will continue to grow. So really, really, like, I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah. People come in, I was just listening to your podcast. Or like, I said something a couple of days ago when I was on live, and they was like, yeah, you talked about that on the podcast. And I was like, so I can't just be repeating my jokes.
No, you can't. Oh, they're watching now. No. They're not gonna let that rock.
When it was smaller, this was a place for me to get the jokes out, see how they work, and then I could tell them again.
And that's also one of the reasons that I've stopped, like, I don't post nearly as much. Because I'm like, I could save this. I could talk about this on TikTok, but I could also talk about this in long form on the podcast with someone who, if I say something crazy, is immediately gonna be like, so we could edit that, or
do you want to keep that in?
Yeah, I don't think you want to keep that in. I don't think because having to do that for yourself all the time, you will miss things because you're biased to the things that you don't know that you see. So sometimes I'll say a thing and I'll keep watching it, and I'm like, I'm looking for the thing and I don't see it because I don't know. And then someone else comments and you're like, damn, I didn't catch that.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that when I be on live, I just be talking and I don't be thinking. I just be reacting to stuff. Luckily, I am not a problematic person at heart.
Yes.
So them first thoughts that come out are usually not, but there are some things that I have said. It's not necessarily that I think they're bad or anything that would ever get me canceled or anything like that. But if I had thought about it, I probably wouldn't have said it. If I had thought about it and thought about how it was gonna come off, I might not have said it. But it's never been anything like just today. I don't remember what we were talking about Bobby Womack, which made somebody bring up Elizabeth Taylor. I said, I know she's white, but I don't know anything else. And then I said, no, wait. Did she have a lot of husbands? They said, yeah, she did. I said, and did she have like a perfume? White diamonds? They said, yeah. I said, look at that. I know white people. Now, I don't know if I wouldn't necessarily talk about that lady like that. Because I literally said, that's her wiki. She's white. She had a lot of husbands. And she got a perfume that all the old people love. That's the first paragraph of her Wikipedia. If you ask me. I don't know that I would have said that if I thought about it.
You know what I'd be realizing? It's not that, like, I wonder what things are gonna age with us.
Mm-hmm.
Like things like perfumes, colognes, just things that have aged with us. Because the reason that we talk about I'm just realizing this now, as I'm getting older and realizing, oh, they just kept all the things that they had. They've never changed. They have not moved on with the times. They did not decide to dress differently.
Yeah.
Then at a certain point, they said, this is my style. And I'm okay with that. I'm going to stick with it.
I don't know that we will have as many of those type of things because we have the internet. There's much more variety. Like, think about, besides just going to the mall, how older women must have found out about a new perfume. Probably a Macy's commercial or something like that.
Fair.
But it's limited. You don't have, like, the hot perfumes were the hot perfumes and everybody knew it, but you don't have the TikTok shop where every other video is somebody showing you this brand new perfume. There's so much more variety of everything and there's so much more exposure to everything. I don't know how many like staples besides that bonnet, the black one with the pink. We all got that. I once made a video that said that every girl who owns that bonnet also had that black, well, you might not know about this because you're not a girl, but had that, there was a black Barbie comforter set. She had on this little pink outfit and the Barbie was black. She had a ponytail. I was like, we all had, if you have this bonnet, you probably had that comforter set too.
I would hardly believe that. There's certain things that are like,
most people agree. A lot of people in the comments agree. I was like, and you can have this, you can have this bonnet without having had that comforter set. But if you had that comforter set, you have this bonnet. Yes. Okay. Yes. Natural progression. And I was like, this is a full circle moment because I know them sheets was not good for our hair. So we need it. Full circle. Bring it back around.
What do y'all be going through, bro?
Oh, I know them sheets. I mean, no sheets are good for your hair besides satin ones. Like, yeah.
I think that was the first thing that made little one think, oh, he a hoe.
Because you had satin pillowcases?
Yeah.
Yeah. I fucked around and bought some silk sheets.
Oh, Lord. What?
I didn't know.
Slide right off the most.
The way I was literally, because I have an adjustable bed. Yep. So I usually sleep at a little bit of an angle. The way I literally had to hold on to the comforter at night to keep it from sliding off the bed.
Oh, nah, you was wildin'.
It's so hot. Silk is so hot. And the sweat stains stain. I didn't know. You live and you learn. I didn't know. I had no idea. But when I found myself literally in the middle of the night holding the comforter so that it didn't pillow sliding all across the bed. It was a mess. And I already sleep hot. I sleep hot. I be sweating in my sleep. So in them silk sheets, that didn't last 3 days.
Little one feels the same. She sleeps with 2 fans on. And I be dying. She be like, "You're not. I'm cold, bro."
Crazy. Yeah.
She would do that. This is the thing. She would have the air on in the winter with 2 fans on. And wondering why I'm sleeping in a hoodie.
Yeah, I'm
take your hoodie out. I want to be skin to skin. No,
my skin
absolutely not.
I'm a sickle.
Not doing that.
Yeah.
I'll get you warm. No, because I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night and I'm gonna be hot, and then I'm gonna get away from you, and then I'm gonna be cold.
Yeah, my night sweats are hormonal.
Oh yeah.
So I be cold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I be sweating, but I'm not hot.
Okay.
It's been like that ever since I had kids.
Mm-hmm.
I get very hormonal night sweats.
The things that y'all be going through when y'all have these cheering.
Yeah.
And little one keep telling me she wants to have one sooner rather than.
I mean,
not but 30 minutes before you walked in, did we have a conversation about what that looks like, and that is coming. The date that she's talking about is coming sooner than we think it is, and I'm like, baby, I'm just thinking about the fact that I'm gonna have to get a new car in like 2 months, and we're not gonna be living here, and we're gonna have to figure all that out. And she's like,
then figure it out,
which is a thing that I'm going to do. And the thing that I am very capable of doing. But I'm like, can I just figure out this next, I'm thinking about the next 6 months right now.
You have had 35 years.
What does that
tomorrow,
mean?
Tomorrow.
It's always tomorrow.
It's always tomorrow.
You are her biggest cheerleader. She don't know. You are her biggest cheerleader.
I'm tired of hearing tomorrow. When is it tomorrow? You said the next 6 months than the last 6 months.
No, I did not. I don't know who you're channeling.
There was a 75% chance I was right.
I mean, with most niggas, yeah, but I'm not that.
You just take a shot. I thought if I said it,
you miss every shot you don't shoot.
I thought if I said it with enough conviction, you would doubt.
I'm like, no, I absolutely did not. I've had a very clear timeline.
Well, I'm just saying, you can't in one breath be like, oh my gosh, the things that you guys have to go through during pregnancy, and then make her wait, because the symptoms only get longer, the harder the longer you wait.
But you know what would be even worse?
What?
Is if after that it all fell apart because I didn't put in place the things I needed to put in place before we did this.
Do it faster. You a man?
Don't do that. We just talked about it. Don't do that. No.
Are you not in?
We just talked about men being people. No. I'm not gonna backtrack now. No. I'm throwing the card out. Nope. No. I get to be human too.
You must get something all the time.
And I will. On my timeline.
I just like being messy.
I know. I got mad defensive for a second, so wait a minute.
You a man, ain't it?
Oh, no.
You want to piss a nigga off?
Yeah, real quick.
You want to piss a nigga off?
I said, no.
Man? I thought you could. Well, I guess if you can't, then.
And I'm a very healed individual, and it caught me off guard. You know what it was? Because you know what it is? Like a regular person saying that, a person I don't know on the internet saying that, like I don't give a fuck. But like you know me as a person. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on. No, I stand on mine, nigga. Like
I remember, this is so funny because I remember like when we used to all go live all the time. I can't remember who it was, but somebody used to always point out the fact that I'd be instigating. But I was good at it. I was good at it, so
it was me. Because I was like, they weren't paying attention. I'd be like, you didn't say the thing that led directly to the thing. You said the things.
That sparked it.
Yeah. I was like, this is how we got here, bro.
I planted the seed.
Sure did.
I know what question. If I say this, I know what question is going to be asked, and then boom, you're caught. Now you got to explain that. You got to answer that.
And then I'm just going to keep asking you questions. Like, wait a minute. Okay, say it a different way. So, okay, I wanted to make sure that you just said the dumb shit you said. So you're telling me. Is that dumb shit you just said? Yeah.
Yeah.
It would always be someone. This is the thing. It would always be like we would be in there chilling, cooling, having fun, just talking, and it would be the crew. And then like they would hear something that we talking about. It'd be some random person that somebody done let on stage. Not me, because I'm not doing that. Because I don't know these people, and you're not finna no. But like probably Nola, someone's hopped up, no one let somebody up, and now we're talking. And then, like, they just seem cool, and then we just keep talking, and then they say something crazy. And we're just all like, and I look at you, and you look at me, And Nola's hovering over the block button.
Nola got that finger up.
And they don't know what the finger means because they're new. What a time.
Yeah, and it was never like, it was never rowdy. It was never like, it was, and from the two of us, and for those of you who don't know, TikTok Live is how me and RJ met.
Yes. And
how we formed our friendship. And I knew that I wanted to start a podcast. But I didn't want to do it by myself, and I didn't know who I wanted to do it with. And everybody was like, y'all's chemistry, the way that y'all feed off of each other, especially when that happens, don't let both of us be up there at the same time. Because
my nigga, we be talking about having guests for a whole lot of people been like, I'd be like, you need to have me on your podcast. I'm be like,
I watch a show with these two girls, well, a podcast, listen to this podcast that has these two girls, and they do a good job of always including the guests, but their chemistry is so good that if the guest is not entertaining, you won't even realize that they're there, because they're the way they feed off of each other, like the way they're not literally finishing each other's sentences, but it just flows. And so it's hard. I feel like we have that, and it's hard to not let that take over and make sure that somebody else is getting their just time.
True. And with us, it's developed over time. Like, I know now, I can't just cut you off. Like, I would have just hopped all over what you was about to say. Because it was like, ADHD is going, go now. And I'm like, oh no, you can't do that. You got to let her finish her sentence. Because there's something good cooking over there. Yeah. And if you just let her finish, we'll be all right. So, like, we've learned to do that. And also, we had the chemistry to begin with. So it made it easier. Yeah. Like, we ain't talked about not nary a piece of docket. Not yet.
RJ had the reputation for, like, very I can't find the word I'm looking for. It's a read, but it's a very smart read.
Oh, astute observations.
Yeah, and it's not overbearing. Yeah, it's a read that makes you feel dumb. And I had the reputation of asking all the right questions to make you just tell on yourself. Yes. So
you did.
You thought that was the appropriate next step.
There's nothing. If ever someone is saying back to you exactly what you said to them, you are in world trouble. No good is coming from this.
So you felt like shoving her down the steps was appropriate.
But see, the thing is, we would be on live and someone would say, and the retort to that would be like, I wasn't going to shove her up them. And we'd be like, nigga, like, you're exactly who I thought you were.
And when they do that, all I'm saying in my head is, got him.
I know.
There it is.
And I'm just like, see?
I feel like we've had those moments where I literally say, and there it is. And that's what we were looking for. That's what we were trying to get you to go ahead and admit.
Yes, because you won't say the thing that you just need to say.
Just yesterday,
stand on it.
I'm out with Tiana. We're in an Uber. It's me, Tiana, and her friend and Jude. And we're in the back, and she's telling us about a situation with this guy who she's been dating who forgot her birthday. And then in the process of making it up, he said something that wasn't enough. He was like, I can come by and give you a birthday hug, some shit like that. And that's simply not enough. Now, Tiana said something, and the driver started laughing. But we're not, he's a black guy with dreads.
Oh, God.
He started laughing. So at first it's not, it's like, you're listening to our conversation. We're in your car, we're talking. You're not going to not hear it. It's fine. You was listening
to a Red Pill podcast before you got in.
Very close. But let me tell you, who's never aloof is me. Who's always paying attention and always listening is me. So, Tiana says, well, what do you think? What's your opinion since we know you listening? He said, well, I think I'm sitting in the middle. Tiana and Jude are still laughing at the fact that he's listening, and they're laughing to her saying, well, since you listening, what's your opinion? They're laughing. They didn't hear what he said. He said, oh, I was trying not to listen. I got my AirPod in. I'm trying to listen to this new Future album. I said, don't ask him.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is the wrong man ass.
But she didn't hear that. And I kept telling her, like, he's listening to Future. So of course she's not picking up what I'm putting down. So she's asking him what he would do. And he said, well, I ain't driving across town to see nobody. I'll send you a couple of dollars and tell you to leave me alone. I said, this is a man who's actively pursuing her. Why would he do that? I'm just saying, that's what I would do. And then Jude said something. And he was like, he said it's not all about something. I can't remember what it was. And the dude said, oh yeah, it's not all about that. It's about looks too. I didn't get a good look at you before you got in the car, but he said that.
Out loud.
Out loud, out his mouth. He said that.
How old?
Late 20s. Mid to late 20s.
If it was
old enough to know better.
Yeah.
Old enough to read the room. And then that's why I was like,
that sounds something like something a 22-year-old would say, and you'd be like,
he's older than that.
He's
definitely older than 22. But that's why I was like, when we got out the car, when we were sitting down in the restaurant, we were still talking about what happened. I was like, he was locked in, listening to Future's new album. I didn't even know Future had a new album. He's locked in. I didn't even know Future put out a new project, and I'm a fan of Future's music. I do feel like he not growing up. I feel like
he don't got to. Excuse me.
He put out some song where he was like throwing shots at Russell Wilson not too long ago, and I was like, bro, you are 40.
This is the thing. I've come to the realization that for some people, fame and money will prevent you from growing up because you never learned how to deal with interpersonal relationships because you got to a point where you could just throw money at things. Also, you do something once and it works, and now
you feel like you have to keep doing it.
Which is also why you solve a lot of your problems by throwing money at them because that worked. But you never, which is why I think like a lot of celebrities lose touch with reality and like we're no longer invested in them because they didn't mature with us. You know, they're not dealing with the same stuff we're dealing with.
But yeah, I was like, why are we still talking to this man? Did y'all not hear that? Are y'all not immediately putting those two things together? Like,
there are certain, know your audience.
Yeah.
You gotta be very observant these days.
I feel like I can talk about this on here because it'll be whatever. I have to have a very uncomfortable conversation with a couple of people that I call friends. I don't know how much I want to talk about on here. Like, I'm gonna just say this. There are two friends that I have who came to Houston. They don't live here. They came to Houston and they did not say anything to me. And I am taking that very personally and I'm not okay with it. I am upset because I would never do that. If I was going, none of us live in the same place. We live in 3 different cities, all in Texas. If I were going to either one of those places for pleasure, especially, even if my schedule was packed and there wasn't, what I'm not going to do ever is let you see me making posts saying that I'm in your city and I didn't tell you that I was there. I don't like that. I would never. They came here for the Megan Thee Stallion concert. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows I don't like concerts, so I'm not the least bit insulted by you not letting me know. But what I did see was y'all at your hotel or Airbnb or wherever you were pregame and having a good time. That is something I have not seen my friends. That is something that I would have loved to participate in. Just to come by, kick it, and y'all can go to the concert and have a good time. But for y'all to be all over and me having to see all these videos of y'all here having a good time, knowing you more than likely within 30 minutes of me, not okay. And I'm not the type of person like, I ain't gonna say nothing until you say something. And today I was on live and one of them came in and was like, hey Rox. I said, hey, I'm not talking to you. Or no, I said, hey, I'm mad at you. Why? What'd I do? We can talk about it later. This isn't the time and place. Because I'm serious. I understand that, like, I play all day, and so if I'm like, hey, if I say I'm mad at you, you might think it's like,
it might not register.
Yeah, not that I'm being serious, but we can talk about it later. I got off the live and literally came straight here, so we haven't had to talk yet.
So I'm assuming that by the time this comes out, you will have had that conversation.
More than likely,
which is another reason why you're okay with.
Yeah. Also, well, we'll see if she reaches out to me because I'm not reaching out to her. I've told you that I was mad. If you want, like, I'm perfectly fine with being mad. Indefinitely. I don't want to lose a friendship, but I don't feel like it's my space to be. Especially now that I have let you know that I'm upset, I don't feel like it's my job to reach out to you to tell you why I'm upset.
I understand why you feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree.
Why not?
Because to me, it depends on how much I value the friendship or how much I value the relationship in general. Because there's certain people that, like, if I was upset with them, I would just go to them and have a conversation. But it just depends on, like, how much.
Yeah, these are not people that I speak to every day.
Yeah.
Or even regularly at this point. But you are still somebody I consider a friend. We don't live in the same place. So I do still expect for you to be, if you're in the city, to let me know. But if this were my baby, if this were Chuck, who not even this particular thing, but if Chuck did something to make me mad, I'm calling him right then and there and letting him know that he made me mad, because that is somebody who I speak to on a regular basis. I haven't talked to them regularly and I don't know how long. We check in and stuff like that, but
also that's also because we were all at one point very much like
clicked up
and online a lot, and now none of us are, which is I think the other thing about why TikTok is probably not is also not long for this world, because the people that were using it aren't nearly as much anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna ride with TikTok. I'm gonna ride till the wheels fall off. It is what it is. People, like, when it first started coming out, so many people were like sending me the articles. They're gonna ban TikTok. What are you gonna do? I don't give a fuck.
Like,
I care.
I'm also good over IG, bro.
I don't even make content for TikTok no more. As long as I still have content, as long as I still have TikTok on my phone, I will be good, because I prefer recording videos on TikTok than on Instagram.
So do I.
The Instagram camera
is horrible.
Like, not even the camera, but okay, for instance, y'all know if you're on TikTok and you're making a video, you record again. You don't like that second one, the delete button is right there. You just press it backtracks to the last thing. You can't do that on IG. You literally have to hit next, go to the thing, click. This is too many steps.
It's getting to the point where every post that I make is going to end up being some, like, I have to do a production, and I don't want to do that.
So even videos that I am not posting on TikTok at all, I record in the TikTok app, especially since TikTok added the little save button.
Or I can download now.
Say, without having to go through all the steps to download it, without a watermark, through the website and all that. Go over there, save it, put it on Instagram, even if I'm not putting it on TikTok. So yeah, I'm good at TikTok. I mean, I'm good at Instagram. I still make the majority of my money from TikTok. Like, TikTok pays me more than Instagram and Facebook, but we will be okay. Like, I can adjust if need be.
Also, side notes. Well, not list of side notes, but a side note nonetheless. That probably didn't make any extra sense, but we're gonna keep going. So I was on Instagram, and when Instagram added a Reels tab, looks just like, you will forget that you're not on TikTok. The only reason that you know any different is really the algorithm. The algorithm on TikTok is
way better.
But like, TikTok is not gonna show you people that it's doing your feed is now just the people that you follow mostly. And you can at any point fall into a reel and be in there for forever. But what's the main page is like a For You page. You're not gonna find almost anybody that you follow.
Oh yeah. I don't scroll that often. See, I was attributing my Instagram algorithm not being great to the fact that I don't scroll. I feel like if I scrolled more on there, it would learn me more better eventually. But I don't scroll on Instagram.
I didn't think it was going to learn me this quick, but it did. It was like, oh, you like the gym, you like kink, you like anime, you like basketball, you like boxing. Here are all those things.
My Instagram, whenever I do end up over there, it solely shows me funny videos. I have never seen anything that wasn't funny, like or supposed to be funny. Like, it's nothing but humor.
That's the only other thing. There is no social activism over
no,
you will not.
None of
if
that.
You are talking about anything that is so, like, all of the podcast bros, if it's not funny,
I don't see it. And it's damn near like that on my TikTok too.
Because what they realized is all that conflict was good in the beginning, but it'll kill you in the end. So we gotta get rid of some of that.
Yeah. I'm not my thing with the algorithms that I feel like is probably one of their biggest differences is the fact that I feel like TikTok's For You limit is somewhere between 250,000 and 500,000. So that means before a video hits 250,000 views, it's only sending it to the people that TikTok thinks wants to see it. It is not yet viral. That's the way that I believe. Like those first, that might not be the exact number, but there is a number of views. Before it gets to that number, it is sending it to people who want to. It is For You, but once it is viral, they start sending it out to a whole bunch of people. That's why, like, no shade. I said this on live earlier, but the only time I see white people on my feed is when it is a viral video. It already has 1 million views. Because at that point, they're just sending it to anybody who...
We think you might like that.
Because it's viral. So many people like it, you might too. Instagram does the same thing, but I feel like their number is way lower. I feel like their number is like 10,000.
Probably.
But...
They may also be trying to promote growth.
Okay, I heard a noise. I just didn't know if it was my phone. I was making sure like my low battery or nothing like that.
Okay.
But yeah, Instagram is just, it's a whole lot lower. So, but I will say, I learned that TikTok's algorithm is, you post a video, we're going to immediately send this to a small group of people.
Yes. And
then see how they react, it goes from there.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram sends it to your followers first. It pushes it out to your active followers first. Now, I don't know if they've changed it yet, but I did get a notification from them saying that they were changing that to be more in line with TikTok. The reason is because it gives people who have larger followings an unfair advantage.
And it's trying to promote growth.
Right. So now everybody has, I don't know when it changed. I remember I got that email like in May, so I don't remember if it's already changed. I haven't noticed a difference in my
I've noticed a
viewership.
Noticed a slight. Well, I'm not posting nearly as much. If I was more active, I probably would. But I'm also coming to the realization that like I don't want to be famous on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be the type of famous that so doing a podcast, I love doing a podcast. I want to get bigger on a podcast. The podcast is fun, but the podcast allows me to have people in my life in a way that is fun and familiar, but not mad intrusive the way it can be when constantly posting on TikTok. Mm-hmm. Because people are so much in your life and in your business that you be like, I forgot I told y'all all of this.
That is one of the most humbling experiences for me. Whenever I say something, I'm on live or even in a video, I say something and somebody says, oh yeah, because you do like, you said.
What?
So, not too long ago, I was doing like a wig review. Somebody in the comments said, can you have sex in these now? Because remember I had that video where I was like, I do not be fucking in glueless wigs. Remember on the pod, I was like, yes. I had sex with a glueless wig for the first time. So they was like, oh, I remember you said you couldn't. Can you now with this? And I'm like,
y'all be listening.
And that is so humbling for me. You can ask Bet. I actually have that talk with him all the time. Like, I think it's because the way some of the people who, like your regulars, people who you see always in your comments, always in your lives, the way that they feel about me, I don't feel about no influencer. I don't have that connection with people. Like,
well, also like I've seen parasocial relationships go really, really badly, and it like I've seen people get doxxed, and that's really what changed it. When I saw somebody get doxxed, and then I saw that some of the way these parasocial relationships go, it's just really, really, really weird, and I just be like, the way y'all do this is messy, and everyone's gonna self-destruct.
Yeah, it'd be hard for me to comprehend because it's not like me. I don't have that type of relationship with them. So like I am very much a part of this microwave society. My attention span is not long. I can look at a video and watch it 5 times in a row and laugh my ass off, and by the next 3 scrolls I have completely forgotten about that video. Like, I'm not holding on to it. So when you realize that there are people out there who genuinely fuck with you and are retaining information about you, I'm assuming everybody has a short attention span like me. Everybody is like constantly moving like I am and moving on. And so when you realize that there are people who are actually listening and retaining information about you,
about random people that are from the internet that they don't know in real life, it throws me off.
It throws me off. It makes me very appreciative, and it does make me feel like, yeah, I try very hard to be genuine online. I'm not here. Yes. I don't want y'all, like, I don't ever want to feel like y'all are here just because I'm trying to sell you stuff, because I'm trying to gain anything. I don't gatekeep nothing, because y'all are my people, especially my regulars. Like, the people who always in my lives, we're a gang.
So, and I think for me, it's also, I don't like rejection. Mm-hmm. So putting myself out there in that weird way, and then having people like go out of their way to destroy you just because. Yeah,
because they don't agree or because they look at things differently.
Is like, that's not a thing I think I actually want to subject myself to. Mm-hmm. Not in this way. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. There's not enough like payoff or benefit to me doing that. I cannot. Yeah. Whereas with this, I ain't gotta worry about that. And like I said, I can share as little or as much as I would like to. And
every time we start, we always say, you got anything you want to talk about before we start? Because we are friends in real life. So it's like, do we need to just have a conversation? And then sometimes we're talking about things that we don't want to talk about. And it's like, let's start here. That's literally what we did today, because it'll transition to something that we do want to talk about. But we have the ability to have these conversations and be like, I'm not really comfortable talking about that yet.
Absolutely or here. Not. I was like, I'm still figuring this out. Mm-hmm. And it's unfair to me or anybody else for me to talk about
talk about it now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
But yeah.
Okay, but we do have a question of the week, right?
We do have a question of the week, and I was going to talk about how Chris Brown is still out here ruining people's relationships.
Oh, you know what he do now?
You know, these people paying $1,000 for these meet and greets and these pictures, and someone broke up with their fiance because he in a picture or she's in a picture where he's like holding her and I was just like, I literally would not care. I'd be like, it's Chris Brown. I don't actually care. But also, I am ethically non-monogamous, so it wouldn't actually matter to me.
Yeah. Bet and I have had to have conversations like this multiple times, and we just have very different views on things. Okay. I'm not going to do anything that he feels is disrespectful.
Yes,
but that does not mean that I won't have an attitude if I don't agree. Okay. If he tells me he don't like something and he don't want me to do something, I'm not going to do it, but you might have to deal with my attitude because I don't agree with that. I don't feel that same way, so I don't understand. I might not understand why I'm doing this. But he does not believe in celebrity. That is a person exactly like, I think it was like when I was going to Vegas to go see the Usher concert, I had made a video and I was like, Usher, I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to Vegas or whatever. And he ain't really like that, but he's like, but in his eyes, that is just a nigga. Just like he is just a nigga. But in my head, I'm like, that nigga made confessions. That's not just a nigga.
That's not just a regular nigga. He's not just a nigga. And also, it's not like a nigga down the block that may see this. He's probably never going to see this. He is not even aware of me.
At all.
Yeah.
At all. So, you can talk about those kind of things because the risk of it being a thing is not high at all. Yeah. But still, he doesn't believe in celebrity. He looks at these people like that's just the person.
So to me, there's different levels to it, right? Mm-hmm. So there is, first of all, you paid $1,000 for a meet and greet picture with this person. Okay, that's first. That's a lot. Okay, I don't know if I would ever do that. Actually, there's only a few people I probably would. I don't know if there's anyone I would do that. Actually,
I can't take a picture with. There is nobody.
I can't think of anybody that I would spend $1,000 to take a picture with.
Let me tell you, for $1,000. Trump foot. The only way you're gonna get $1,000 out of me is if your name is Tiana Taylor.
Okay.
And
That's light for Tiana.
I'm leaving here with something.
That's light for Tiana. I'm letting you know that right now.
No, $1,000 for a picture?
Oh, I thought you. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no.
I was like, that's light.
I'm not. I feel like I'm way too fine to have to pay.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying the only way I'm willing to pay $1,000 to see her is if I have a full blown plan of how I'm gonna finesse this into some cheeks from Tiana Taylor.
Okay, that's fair.
Like that's it. I have to know. I have to have watched the other backstage. So his security guard is usually right here in all the videos. So if I can slip from this, like I have to have a full blown plan.
So okay, so I want to say this. I do not believe that I am so fine that I should believe that I should never have to pay for sex. But the thing is, I'm stubborn, so I just refuse to pay for sex. Now, this is the thing. If I made let's say I became NBA player, ridiculously independent, wealthy, I would absolutely pay for sex then. Mm-hmm. Because I don't want no problems.
Yeah, you're not paying. I'm not paying
paying
to come over. I'm paying for you to leave.
I'm paying for security and peace of mind.
Quietly.
It's exactly that's because what I'm learning is all of y'all should just pay for it with grown adults that want what you want and are with the shits.
Yeah.
You would be far better off than doing the weird shit that you're doing.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like the weird I don't want to get into that because it's going to be a whole other. I said what I said, but no context, and that's a nuanced conversation that I am unwilling to have because we are monetized on YouTube, and I don't want to do all
our
that.
last few videos have been good. We do have some that be like limited, not full blown monetization limited, but the last few we posted have been good. So
no, but yeah, we gotta do it. But yeah, Chris Brown is.
I should probably check and see if we have any money in there. Last time I checked, we had like $4. So
hey, can't be any worse. they ain't taking that back.
Yeah,
so.
they're not taking it away. So.
What else did I have? There was a question of the week. Chris Brown was out here ruining relationships.
I do. There was a girl that I wanted to do the podcast with before RJ and I decided, and I'm so glad that did not work out because she is a Chris Brown stan.
I remember we talked about that.
And I just can't do it. Like, she's so funny to me, so I won't unfollow her because she's so funny to me. But every time I'm watching the video, as soon as she says his name, I scroll away, girl. I don't. You are up here. Regardless, she feels like Chris Brown just gets a bad rep. The whole colorist thing, she's like, he's never said that. That's just a bunch of things that a bunch of girls would do. Whatever, boo. Doesn't matter. Tomato. Like, it doesn't matter. You are fighting tooth and nail behind this man who don't know you. And every time somebody say he don't even know you, do you know what she does? She posts a picture of him saying love you too in the comments.
I'm sure that was cute the first time. It was. I know it was cute the first time. It was adorable the first time, and we all laughed. I
never thought, because he is a celebrity.
Because I would think that you were doing it in satire to be funny and to like get a joke off.
Right.
Not that you.
Yes, because I can see that. Like, he don't know who. Girl, look, this is him basically asking me for my address. Like, I could see it like that. Yes. But when you're actually trying to say, no, he does know me, look at him telling me he loves you. We don't even know if that was him.
That was his social media team. Bro,
So.
Also, that was what I was going to ask. So, I have come across, there's been several things that have happened in the space of, speaking of children. How old does a child have to be before you're like, you know what, now your parent should date? Like, okay, so for example, how old is Jeezy Baby?
Oh, I have no idea.
But Jeezy Baby, what, less than a year old?
Huh.
Is it that old?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And I don't even care about Jeezy. Jeezy was just an example because he's already dating JT. Yeah.
JT and Uzi got together now?
I don't know. I was scrolling and saw something and was like, I don't know what is happening.
JT, that is random.
I don't know if it's actually a thing or not. What? I was like, okay. Whatever. But I was thinking about that in relation to children and like how old do a kid got to be before you like, now you're a parent? Or, because me, when people are telling me that like, oh, I met this guy or I met this girl and they have kids, and I'm like, how old?
Mm-hmm.
They'll be like, if the kid's not school age, they ain't at least.
What is the reason? What is your reasoning?
The relationship between them and the baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Because
you think they're gonna get back together?
No, not even that. They ain't figured out their shit yet. Before that baby turns like 3, 4, one of them, if not both, probably still low key want to be together. And even if like, so say I'm with Shorty and Shorty don't actually want to be with her baby daddy, but her baby daddy wants her.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna put her through hell.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say she low key secretly wants to be with him and I'm with her. She gonna put me and him through hell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Also, y'all haven't figured out how to coexist and co-parent for real yet. Y'all are still figuring out birthdays and Christmases.
Here's my only thing with your theory, or your thing.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't how old is the baby; it's how long y'all been separated. Because we can be together and we can have kids that are 6 years old, and then we split. Now we still going through the process of figuring this shit out. You're still like the kids can be fucking 12, and you're still gonna go through the process of, are they gonna get back together? Are y'all really over each other? Figuring out your co-parenting thing.
So you're speaking from the basis of your situation, or
just in general?
Okay. So what I would say is that separation is important, but the ability to co-parent, I think, is a slightly different relationship in my head. Like, it's because it could be, I do fuck with you, or I don't fuck with you, or I do want to be with you and I don't want to be with you, but the way that y'all have to like figure out how to navigate that parenting is different to me.
When the kids are older?
Yes. Because of the amount of interaction you have to have.
I feel like learning that is different, but if I'm an outsider, it's the same. Like, I feel like the process between them two parents figuring out their co-parent, they're gonna have to figure it out. Now, granted, my kids are young. I don't know how different it would be if my kids were older, but we already have very limited.
So that is partially to do because your baby daddy is your baby daddy, and
he has his ways, but overall, the our issues have never been with the co-parenting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why I be like, in your situation, like, y'all figured that out. That wasn't, for the most part, the issue. He's doing other stupid shit to try to be, like, ridiculous. So, but it was never, like, the co-parenting thing, which is why I attribute some of that to y'all being older and some of the pregnancy hormones or whatever hormones are all gone. Because, like, when dudes be like, oh, yeah, like, I got a baby. Oh, how old's your baby? 4 months. Nigga, you should be like changing a pamper and warming a bottle. What are we doing?
You don't have time for this.
So that's why I asked him, like, what is too young for parents to be like dating?
I think I don't know because I don't want to see you. Like, why you with me and not with your baby? Or why you not helping her?
Yes.
So I would say anything before 1. She need help. Well, she need help regardless. But that newborn phase, go let that lady get some sleep. Cause you over here, she not getting no fucking sleep.
Which is why one of the reasons why niggas didn't understand why women were so mad at Lawrence. When Lawrence moved to a different city having a newborn, and it was like, this nigga does not at all. And men just didn't. A lot of men that didn't have kids and like weren't even thinking about kids, it didn't register to them because they just looking at it like, oh, it's whatever.
And I hate the fact that even now I consider myself to be a relatively progressive person. And I'm still saying, I'm sitting here right now not disgusted, but mad at myself for saying she needs some help. No, that's your baby. Like, help implies it's my job and you need to come assist me. Yes. And that's not it. I carried this man. If we being honest,
it's your turn.
The first 9 months is really for you to do on your own because I did my 9 months already. After you do your 9, then we can be
now we back
equal.
Even. Yeah.
Right, then we could be balancing it out. But no, like, even saying it, like, subconsciously your words will tell on you still. I'm still sitting up here saying like she needs some help. No, it's not that she needs help. Go do your job. That's your baby.
Which is one of the reasons why I have been so like, I want to be ready for kids, because the type of parent and father I want to be is drastically involved. I plan to parent my children, and most niggas not doing that. Or let me not say that, because the men that I'm around do.
Yeah, and there was a study that said like
this generation of
they are absolutely involved with their kids.
When they have kids and they're
absolutely involved. So I won't say that it's a myth. It might have been true at one point, but it's not true anymore.
No. But I wasn't even talking about black men. I was just talking about
men in general.
Yes, because ain't shitness is not. Yeah.
Because some of these videos that this isn't about kids, but I just saw a video of a man on a podcast with a gray beard. So first of all, sir, this ain't you too. You've aged out.
This is not for you no more.
But a man on a podcast with a gray beard talking about, last night or one night, my wife said she was going to bed early. She asked me to put the food up. Then she went upstairs and went to bed. And then there were 4 pots. I wiped off the pots, put them neatly. That shit pissed me off, the fact that he said neatly. Put them neatly in the refrigerator. The next morning she comes down and look, and she's mad because she didn't. What she meant was take the food out of the pots, put them in the bowl, put them in the Tupperware, wrap them up, wash the dishes. That's what she meant, but that's not what she said. You are a grown ass man. You know better than to put 4 big ass pots in the refrigerator.
What was she cooking?
I don't think. Does it matter?
Slightly, but not really.
I don't think it matters.
You are for comedic value.
You are grown. You are not a baby. You are not a child. You do not need a wiki how-to figure this shit out. I should be able to tell you, because if I woke up in the middle of the night and I said, hey, I'm kind of horny, I wouldn't need to tell you first you need to take off your boxers, then you need to take off my underwear, then you need to get on top. I wouldn't need to walk you through that shit. You know what the fuck it means, and you know what you need to do next. So why you don't know what other things mean without somebody breaking it down for you and telling you what you need to do step by step?
How old and how long you been married would be my other question.
Because you also ain't never seen her put 4 big ass pots in the refrigerator. You ain't never gone in that refrigerator.
Maybe one.
I can admit, I don't ever put rice in another bowl. Rice is going
it's in the rice cooker bowl that is in it? Yeah.
I don't use a rice cooker, but yes, the pot, whatever the rice is cooked in, I'm not transferring rice. But that is it. There is no other bowl, pot that I'm putting in the fridge. Me personally.
Depends. If I got a spaghetti pot, I might put the spaghetti pot in something like that, like pasta. That I may do that. But other than that, and even then,
I don't. But the main reason that I don't is because I clean up as I go, and I also put my shit in the Tupperware as soon as I'm done cooking, so I can wash the dishes. Like as soon as I'm done cooking, I'm cooking as I go. So whatever finishes first, those dishes are already washed. It's usually 1 or 2 things It's usually 1 or 2 things that are left, like that are finished cooking at the end. And I might, at the very most, go ahead and make my plate, eat. But as soon as I'm done, I'm taking that stuff and I put it in Tupperware right away. So it's not even like I take it out because I want to go ahead and get this pot clean.
So I'm way better now because I have like actual like space to cook in my kitchen, in this kitchen that we got now. So, and I'm way better about cleaning as I go. But am I finna clean up all of this stuff? Hell no.
I have to, and the main reason that I do is because of the type of foods that I like to eat. I'm not usually cooking things that require you to stand and stir it all day or be like. So a lot of people, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. We all have our different ways.
So you're
of
like,
doing
if I clean it right now, it's way easier for me to clean it.
First of all, yes. Like, if you take something that was cooking, it's hot, you take it out of that pot. I'm putting it in the dishwasher. I just rinse it. Everything just slides right out because it's still hot. It ain't set in yet. Rinse it, then put it in the dishwasher, and it'll get washed later. But if you don't do that, or what I was gonna say is, if I'm making something, once I put that lid on it and it's time for it to simmer, I could go sit down. I could go do something else, or I could save myself. These are things that you learn when you learn about yourself, and I get overwhelmed very easy. If the kitchen is a complete mess, I'm going to back away from it. It overwhelms me. So instead of waiting till all of these dishes are piled up at the end, I'm not doing nothing. This is simmering. I don't need to stand here watching it. I might as well go ahead and clean these other things up, get them out the way, so that when I'm done, it's just a little bit left that I have to do. I don't have to put everything away all at once. So it works for me because I do get very overwhelmed. Like, I get easily overwhelmed by stuff like that.
I will get overwhelmed. So if something becomes too much, I would just be like, I don't want to do this right now. I'm gonna leave it alone.
I'm gonna leave it, and then it'll sit there.
I've learned, and I had to do this as a kid, to break things down into like smaller parts, because I'll easily get overwhelmed by something.
Yeah.
But when I break it down into smaller parts,
that's why I clean it up as I go. So there's never a whole pile of dishes that need to be done. It's like, okay, you finished with the side dishes, the meat's still cooking. Go ahead and you know. And I'm good for making a plate. I'm good for like taking the shit out the pot, putting the plate in the fridge in the microwave until, just let it sit in there until something else is ready, adding that. Like, so I'm putting this shit up.
I have never done that. I should probably do that.
If you plan on putting the stuff up right away, like, as I'm taking the stuff and taking it out of the pot that I'm cooking in and putting it into the Tupperware or whatever, I go ahead and take the stuff out from my plate and, you know, set it to the side. That way, when I'm done, everything's already on the plate. I can warm it up if I need to, depending on how long it takes.
I'm sure I've done this, but this feels like novel information to me. It just does. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, learning to do things the ways that work for you.
Yes, is very, very important.
Okay, quick side note. Today on the live, we were talking, I don't remember what we were talking about. And Vet was like, oh yeah, and just quick behind the scenes information or something, she uses a new towel every time she takes a bath. We were talking about bath towels and how bad. And he said that, and then it was like, I was like, yeah, you know, when you live with somebody else, you realize that not everybody does things the way that you do. And that doesn't necessarily mean that anybody is wrong or right. It's just y'all just grew up doing things differently. And then everybody in the comments was like, yeah, me too. Yeah.
You get a new towel every time you take a shower?
Yes. Bath, like dry out towel?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And
I poor? Like, what is happening?
That's exactly the conclusion that he came to. He was like, yeah, but he you know, I be trying to tell him. He kept going saying all these like things that he did when he was younger, and I'm like, okay, that's enough. Because you're not living that life anymore. But yeah, I get a new towel every time. And I was telling them, like, we have so many towels that I am washing towels because my towel hamper is full, not because we're running low on towels. We could probably get through 2-3 loads and still have towels but my hamper ain't that big. So we're washing towels because
I've also never had that many towels.
Oh yeah. Every year for Black Friday, my granny and her sisters, they do Black Friday shopping. Every year for Black Friday, I ask them to give me towels. And she'll give me like 12 towels. the big towels, the dry towels. So we keep a lot of towels. I've since I moved out, I've always had a plethora of towels. But yeah, everybody else was in the comments was like, as she should. Yeah, that's kind of. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I didn't want to tell him that I thought he was the weird one for not. But that's how I grew up. And my granny was in there. She was like, yep, like that's how I grew up. That's what I was taught. You get a brand new towel every single time. When I'm done drying off, I put my pajamas on or whatever on. I take that and put that in the dirty clothes, in the dirty hamper. He don't though. And I don't see nothing wrong with it. Like, it's just not. And I have actually started doing that a little bit. Like, now that I'm working out, I always take a shower after I work out. But that's usually during the day. I know I'm gonna take a shower again before bed. So I might use the same towel. Like, if I don't immediately go put it up and it's still in the bathroom, then I might use the same one. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not how I was raised. It was one of those things where until I lived with somebody who did that, I didn't even know you could. I didn't know I was allowed. It never even crossed my mind that it was possible.
Because me and Little One are the same with that.
Yeah.
Only when I dry off, I use 2 towels.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel drier.
Oh, okay.
I got a lot of area. A lot of body. I get it all.
Come on, thick.
Unfortunately.
You see?
Bro, I didn't realize how big my thighs were until I was looking. I said, bro, what you...
Hell.
I was like, yo, you have been working I didn't, because I've been in the gym and I do leg day consistently. I don't skip a leg day. I was like, it shows. Your thighs are getting big, my G.
Yeah. Bet say I'm damn near doing. He don't do leg day. ever, but he don't have to.
Yes.
He built like he just legs and ass for days just because. So sorry. Your ass is so big. And it's just naturally like that. Every time he do come to the gym with me and he does try to do leg day, I'm toughen up, nigga. Wobbling around. Like, we did the same thing. You good. We're good. Toughen up.
Funny, in the gym, I was doing, so young boy walks up. It's always interesting when, like, the kids walk up, and he was bigger than me, too.
Mm-hmm.
He's like 6 foot, like 4. And I'm like, this big ass nigga. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, so like when you do, because he saw me, I was doing hip thrusts, and I was doing like a lot of weight on the hip thrust. And he's like, yo, when you hip thrust, like, what else do you be doing on them days? Like, I was like, well, this is my leg day, and I'm gonna take it up to. He's like, oh shit, okay,
yeah,
big ass nigga.
What do you hip thrust on the machine?
Yes.
That's the hip thrust machine and the abduction that bullshit machine are the reasons I want to get a gym. I don't have those in my apartment gym. I cannot do hip thrusts with like just a bench and the weights. I just don't like that. And you know what else I can't do because I just always feel like I'm not doing it right is RDLs. Okay. I feel like the form is so particular. You have to do, and I just don't ever, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or not. I just always feel like I'm doing it wrong. So I just don't do it. Same way with the hip thrust on the, like with the bench. Now I will do hip thrust on the floor, with like a plate or something like that, you know, but I know it's not the same. You're not getting the same stretch. So that those two machines are the main reason that, and a working Stairmaster, because our fucking Stairmaster doesn't work, but those are the main reasons I want to join an actual gym instead of just going to my apartment. But I think I told you I went to Planet Fitness. Got in the parking lot and I was like, yeah, I can't do this. Went home.
I would not do a Planet Fitness. 24, I have 24 in the
I just don't want to pay that much.
24 is like $24.
Is there one by me? Oh yeah, there is. There's one on West Summer.
I
have to see it.
And LA Fitness is like...
LA Fitness is expensive.
It's like $40.
And that's right by my house.
Yeah.
I'm not going there. But yeah, I'll find something.
So yeah.
I guess we're saving the question for next week. We're already at an hour and a half.
Yeah, we are. Because I was about to pull it out, and then I was like, because I went in my phone to go get it, and then I looked, and I was like, oh, we're,
yeah.
Usually we get to like if I see like 105.
That's around what it was when I said, don't we have a question, but then we have more topics, so we can wait.
Well, we ain't cover any of the topics. I forgot. We covered
the Chris Brown one.
Chris Brown, and then the thing about what's the name, which I realized when I looked through my notes, it was 3 different things that were all about the exact same thing. Which told me this was really on my mind. And now me a little one, it was about kids. How old does someone have to be before? Because my homegirl had and it was because my homegirl got, old boy tried to hit on her and he got a 4-month-old. And when she put it in a group chat with all of us, we was like, you
have other things that you need to be worried about. Go be with that lady and that baby. Or just that baby. Go get that baby. Give her a break. Go see that baby.
Something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ain't got nothing else.
Me either.
I need to eat.
Same.
Because I've not done that yet for this evening.
Same.
All right, y'all. It's just really weird not having like a thing there anymore.
Yeah, we usually record with my laptop and we can see ourselves.
We've gotten very used to it.
We've gotten spoiled being able to see ourselves. But my laptop died and I forgot the charger, so we're kicking it old school today with no mirror, but it's fine.
I wonder.
I do feel like I made a lot more eye contact with the camera.
I don't know if I did.
Because I will usually look over
my
there.
iPad. I wonder if we could have used my iPad.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. You usually use it. We could have set it up and, maybe. I don't know.
Or we may have had to use my phone. I don't know. Anyway, thank y'all for being here. We have been your favorite not safe for work co-workers. I've been RJ, the friendly neighborhood Dom. This has been
Alicia,
aka
Big Rox,
not the little one.
Never the little one, not even at the end of the show.
And y'all have been our favorite co-workers. Thank y'all for being here, for liking, subscribing, sharing, leaving comments with timestamps. We greatly appreciate you, and we'll see y'all back here next week.
Bye.
Peace.
Oh, well, I guess I'm taking this again.